He looked upon them, all of them, and he struck each single one and smashed it down. He struck all of them and smashed it down except for one, the biggest one. And he left the axe on there, as you can see in the picture. And when the people got back, they saw what happened and they were in shock. Oh my God, what happened? Look at our gods. Who destroyed them? Who destroyed them? They asked Ibrahim alayhi salam, who destroyed them? And what was his response? He responded, go and ask the big one. Go and ask the big one. And the people got even more angry. And they said, you know our gods don't speak. He says, then why do you worship these idols that do not speak? They can't help themselves from being smashed. They do not even eat the food that you give. And they can't even help themselves from the fly that sits on them. So the people got really angry and they took him to the king. And even the king, he said, what is this God that you're on about? And he thought the king even thought himself as a God. He says, I can do what your God can do. I can match what your God can do. And Ibrahim alayhi salam said, my God can give life and take life. So the king responded, I too can do that. I give life and take life. I can take any man off the street and have him butchered. I take life. I can have any man destined to be punished to death and I could save him. And Ibrahim alayhi salam responded, my God can make the sun rise from the east and set in the west. Can you make the sun rise from the east and set in the west? And the king was startled, speechless. He even got angry, and what did they do? They summoned him to be burnt in the fire, because he went and challenged the norms of society. He challenged the people. And the people got all the wood and everything together and threw him in the fire. And you know, the fire was so big, it said that the tips of the flame, you could see almost touching the sky. And the flame was so hot that people can't even go near the heat. And they had to get a big catapult, a sling, to throw him over. And they went to throw him over, and Ibrahim alayhi salam was chucked into the fire. But by the miracle of Allah, Allah said to the fire, be cool. And the flame was cool, and he did not get burnt. And he came out unharmed. The only thing that was burnt was his clothes and the chains that held him down. And from there, people saw this was a miracle. They saw this as unique. So that's the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, brothers. The point here is, you know, this is a man who went and rebelled against his society. He went and spoke out. Inshallah, I'm going to show you a video.
Around the world, many parents raise their kids on a diet of strict discipline.
Do not come back until you have checked your answers.
Rigid boundaries.
Drinking, drugs and sex, they're selfish behaviours that destroy lives.
And immediate consequences.
Some people might say that my parents are strict, but we would rather call it love.
But can traditional parenting change the lives of rebellious British teenagers?
I need some more booze. Where's my booze? As soon as someone says you will do this, the first thing I say is no, I won't.
I can't wear murder either. Like, I can just do anything I want. Big lack of respect for authority. I go to bed whenever I want. I wake up whenever I want.
I don't care what anyone else thinks about me, because it's up to me, isn't it?
To find out, two teens who've never met before will leave their fraught families behind.
Don't embarrass your family.
And head off to the far corners of the world where they will live according to strict rules imposed by new parents.
In my house, you're going to do as I tell you to do.
Please let me make it very clear.
My children won't define me.
This is wrecking my head. This is wrecking my head.
When I banish really hard.
I'm sick of being treated like a little kid when I'm not a little kid.
Shut up and listen to me. No.
You are a child, you're a minor. In the US, you have to do what an adult says.
They are actually insane.
The British people's moral fabric is disintegrating.
Anyway, so you've seen the videos, brothers. Some of these videos may look familiar. Some people you may know. But the point here is these kids, they're rebellious. They're not listening to their parents. They go out drinking. They go out partying. They smoke weed. They sleep around. As you've seen some of the pictures, I need booze. You know. The point here is, these are not rebels. Who are they trying to follow? Where are they getting these ideas from? The rebels of today, brothers, yeah? So who they're trying to follow? You know, a lot of people, a lot of us, we grow up, you know, we see things around us, and we see people doing one trend, another trend. I haven't had an older brother, but I can tell you some brothers saw their older brothers dressing in this way, behaving in this way, and they imitate that older brother. Some brothers who see celebrities as a role model. And I'll show you some pictures of some people that set the trend, and they end up following these trends of these youth. So you got booze drinker Amy Winehouse, who's always hammered and doesn't remember the next night, you know. And there is many Muslims that go out and do this. Many youth go out and do this. You got, you know who they are, the Craig's twins. So you got guys out there going around, not to that level, yeah, but going out there stabbing people, going out causing fights, doing scams, organized crimes. You got this man here. Everyone listens to his music, Snoop Dogg. You can see he's happy smoking his joint there, yeah? Okay. Brothers who are following that trend of let's just smoke and get high. Yeah, that's all there is to life. You also got the players, guys who think they're on top of the world because there's women throwing themselves all over each other. But really, those videos that you saw were just young youth imitating these people. And they're the people who set the trend, and they're following the norms of society. So they're not rebels. And unfortunately, us Muslims, and Muslim brothers and Muslim sisters have fallen into that trend. Going out partying, not listening to their parents. Brothers getting their ears pierced, nose pierced, hair coloured. Going clubbing. Even to the point where it's almost become an image, you know. The question is why? Oh, there's one more picture, man. Obviously, that's the picture of the guys who go around mugging people for 20p and a mobile phone and wearing hoodies and trousers down to their ankles. It's the first time me using PowerPoint, brother, so bear with me. So are they really rebels? The question is they're not. All they're trying to do is be different. They need attention, that's all they're doing. Oh, look at me. Look at me, I look different. It's like going out to a wedding, yeah? Everyone's wearing a black tie, white shirt, and you come in with a tracksuit bottom and a blazer. Trying to be different, grab attention, you know? Is it because the type of music that they listen to, it makes them different? What about the crowd that they hang around with? You know, it's sort of, you know, first you hang around with an Islamic crowd, you behave in an Islamic way. Then you hang around with a guys who smoke weed and you speak differently, you talk differently, like that. You know, you see some of the guys, yeah, bruv, assalamu alaikum, how you doing, that's fine. And then when he's on the front, yeah, Bedrin, wagwan, what you say, man? You know, straight away they change. The only thing is that they're trying to be different, trying to stand out from the mainstream, subculture. These so-called rebels might be different, but really they're just following the norms of society like the time of Ibrahim alayhi salam. This is not something isolated. Those brothers who go out, those sisters who go out and go party, go drinking, go smoking weed, go around mugging people, dressing in a different way, speaking in a different way, it's already out there. They're just following the mainstream society. And what they're following is freedom, like the time of Ibrahim alayhi salam. These people are following the hawa, their desire, doing what everyone else is doing. Like the picture I showed you of the sheep. Oh, everyone else is going out hiring cars, so that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But then when one person rolls up a joint, it goes round, and then you're not the blazer and you get pressure to go out and smoke. Everyone's popping champagnes. You think, oh, I better chip in for a champagne because I don't want to feel left out. And this is what's happening. You're not a rebel. Those are not rebels. All they are doing is just following the norms of society, like you saw in those pictures. I do whatever I want, I do whatever I please. Think of number one, me, myself, and I. Just like the people of Babylonia, you know, they followed the teachings of the forefather. They did not question. They did not think, is this right or is this wrong? Inshallah, like I said, the only true rebel is the people who speak out and challenge the norms of society. Go out when they see something wrong, when they see their friends doing something and they don't follow the trend, just like Ibrahim alayhi salam did. Anyway, I just want to summarize and conclude with the topic, inshallah. I don't want to take up too much of your time. A rebel is the one who does not follow the norms of society, that goes around and sees what everyone else is doing, watches TV and thinks, oh, I've got to have a bit of this, I've got to have a bit of bling. You know, look at this rapper, he's got earrings here and there, I've got to put some fake earrings on, magnetic ones. One who thinks for himself. One's not a sheep who follows the crowd, and holds them to the truth and challenges the falsehood, even if it goes against the norms of society, even if the people that you hang around with abandon you. Inshallah, Ibrahim alayhi salam was a true rebel. He was outcasted, but he held on to the truth. Jazakallah khairan, brother, inshallah.